Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of Miami figure pre-orders. It's the 5th to the 9th of August 2025. Quite a few figures to look at, so I'll get straight on into it. Like normal though, links for these figures have been in the description down below, and the NSFW figures will not be included in the description, but they will be mentioned at the end of the video. So get straight on into it. So we've got an Overlord, Albedi Hermes, Trismegistus version, 1/7, her and her armor basically, by DMM Factory for January 2026. Very nice looking figure. I'm pretty sure I've covered this before for pre-order, so I think this might be a relaunch of it. So yeah, very nice. I do like the crystal effects. Very good looking figure. Definitely one of the better looking figures, especially don't see her in obviously her battle armor anyways that often. So very nice looking figure. 35,000 yen. Bit on the pricier side, but the wings are very nicely detailed. The purple and is very nice in the armor, and the base is just not a stunned base. Like the crystal effects is really good. So yeah, very nice looking figure. The weapon's probably a bit simple. That's probably the only thing I think of. I think the face is okay as well. So considering there's a lot of Albedo figures, it definitely stands out amongst all the other ones out there. We've got a Azure Lane Joffrey Blessings first flight complete figure by Freeing, 33,000 yen, February 2026. So obviously very well big chest window going on here for a B style quarter scale. So obviously she is quarter scale from what I've been able to find out on MFC. She doesn't mention that she is a scale, unfortunately, down here or up in the description, but MFC does state her as having being a quarter scale. So hopefully she is for 33,000 yen. Is actually not a bad price. And it is definitely not your box standard bunny suit, so that's quite good. I do like the hair sculpt on this one as well, and I think a lot of people are hoping that this one's potentially cast off, but I don't think it will be. If she is, that'll be really nice. But I don't think she'll be, considering obviously we had the two freeing Taiho and other freeing one that was quarter scale in their B style. Bremerton, Taiho and Bremerton, they're cast off and they've shot up in the aftermarket. Then we go to Gods of Victory Nikkei Red Hood, complete figure by Flair, 39,260 yen. What scale? Doesn't give a scale. 26.5 centimeters, so probably 1/7. But she's obviously got a lot of hair. The jacket's very nice, well, very red as well. So there's a lot of hair, big jacket, and big sniper rifle, anti-material rifle that she's got. So yeah, very nice looking figure overall. I think very good Red Hood figure, I think, overall from Nikkei. Figma, Bunny Suit Planning, Sophia Shira Bikini Armor version for 12,800 yen by Max Factory, April 2026. I've included this because obviously I do like the Bunny Suit Planning line, and this is a re-release. So if you missed out the first one, you can get her, although I think she is available pre-owned anyways. So you do get quite a few weapon options with this as well, which I do quite like. Very versatile. Different displays you want to have with her. So I think, and for a good price, I think I'm kind of warming up to Figmas. Angel Nun Shen Yue 1/6 by Kawa Design, brand new manufacturer that I've not heard of, regular edition, for 8,620 yen, May 2026. So 1/6 for less than 9,000 yen. It's not bad actually. Detailing on the wings is pretty good. Some shading on the wings. Obviously, it darkens towards the tips, so that's good. The outfit is very sexy and very nice. Do like the face framing as well, the hair. Maybe the face is not too bad. I don't pay too much attention to the face. Obviously, I'm paying attention to her assets normally. But you've noticed in these photos this cathedral background. You can purchase that. So if you want the cathedral background, 7,760 yen. May 2026, and considering she's a 1/6 and she only takes up what's she up to the size wise, so that is quite a low angle, so that's probably up to her head. So this is quite a tall diorama. It's 48 centimeters in height, so pretty much as tall as quarter scales, so very useful for actually display purposes. So if you just want a background, this is worth purchasing. I think I'm going to pre-order this anyways, just for specific photo shoots as well that I'm going to have in future in my collection. So I think, yeah, worth getting a hold of. I wish we get more of these backgrounds being sold as well through AmiAmi. Might have to do a video about hunting down some different background options we can use in our figures collections. Iojo Hebo no Iro 1/7 by Siki Anim, 7,920 yen, April 2026. So just pretty budget figure. white outfit, China dress themed, with a giant sword, with a big sword. Yep, nice stall, just pretty sexy looking snake lady figure. Wandering Witch, Journey's End of Elena, by Elegant, 24,750 yen, 1/7 scale, August 2026. So you've got a whole year for this. A very nice, a very colourful, diverse figure from of Wandering Witch of Elena, especially with the purple, pink umbrellas, and then the cloak that's red, brown. You got bright blue boots, and dark browns, and you got dark blue. So you got all sorts of colours of this one. So it very nicely detailed, but some people might think is a bit too much going on. So just down to your personal taste if there's too much colour going on or not. I think it's alright. Personally, it's not too much for me, but there are some people out there who might not like this, just this much going on. And I think there's an alternative faceplate as well. No, it's alternative faceplate as well. Yes, a smiling face or pouting face kind of thing. And then we go to a re-release of Hatsune Miku 15th anniversary version by Good Smile, 8,460 yen, December 2025. Very popular in Android. Obviously, a lot of people did purchase this one. Very cute, obviously, but based on the iconic series as well. A 15th anniversary scale figure that was re-released as well last week. So if you missed that, then you can go to my last week's video and actually find the link in the description and get that. I think it's still up for pre-order. So yeah, this is obviously, if you don't want to spend that kind of money because it's quite an expensive figure, you can get the Nendroid and still get that sort of thing and save yourself money and obviously shelf space. Pop Parade Solo Leveling Jinru L Size by Good Smiles, 7,920 yen, January 2026. It is Pop Parade. It's L size. I think it's the first Pop Parade figure of Jinru that I've seen as well, so I'm looking good to hopefully we see their summons or his summons coming out, which would be really nice. I'm guessing Good Smile will probably do them as pop-up parade forms, which would be kind of nice as well. Hopefully they're all L size or larger. So yeah, it'd be really good to get him and his summons, especially if you want to do it on a budget. Then you can get the pop-up parade line, but I would probably wait. I think there'll be a lot of being available, so you could probably pick this up after release anyways. Then we've got Blue Archive Akko Memorial Lobby version by AmiAmi themselves for 23,760 yen, June 2026. Yeah, Blue Archive. She looks pretty good. I like the outfit, and it looks like she's crawling on the floor. Is that a dog lead, or is she searching for something? I can't tell if... Yeah, she's got a dog lead on. So she's being just... Obviously, she's... yeah, a pet of some sort. So yeah, some sort of punishment, I would presume. Yeah, quite a good looking figure. I think 24,000 yen is not too bad. And you don't see a lot from AmiAmi these days anyways, like themselves doing it. Normally it's AmiAmi in line with someone else, but I don't see where they mention who's they're doing it with as the manufacturer. Good B-Style, good Code Geass, Rose of the Recapture Catherine. Sabaratha version by Freeing, 39,600 yen, March 2026. So the final lineup from the Code Geass trio of girls. They're very interesting, like doing a pink outfit with a bronze skinned character. Reminds me of Cotton Candy and Hot Chocolate, I guess. Personally, I don't know, that's just me. I do like the hair shading as well. But it is a box standard bunny suit, so I think if you're a massive Code Geass fan, you probably would get this. Just so you've got all three versions, but you'll be spending 120,000 yen on 3 figures. And I think I'm not big into Code Geass, so I don't know them personally. Single shipment as well, actually, so you can't even combine this to save money on shipment. Toradamano Original Mirror Sunset version, 1/7 by Wonderful Works, 21,580 yen, February 2026. So I covered this, the original, bright coloured original skin colorway a number of months ago. I think probably about nearly a year ago now. But this is obviously this is the tanned version, I guess you could say. So yeah, very nice. I do prefer her tan outfit compared to the original. So she does look really good. And they changed the color of the swimsuit as well to a dark brown. I think the original one's like a cream white, if I remember correctly. So yeah, very nice. Love the body sculpting was the same as the original one. It's just the skin tone definitely elevates this figure, I think, overall. It's a very nice looking figure. Then we've got Azure Lane, Duisburg Endurance Training Gone Wrong. Version 1.6 by Anigame, 17,220 yen, July 2025. 2026, sorry. Looks fine. She's obviously getting undressed or in some lingerie. Pretty simple looking figure. 18,000 yen, 1/6 scale. Down to you personally. If there's so many Azure Lane figures, obviously, if this girl's one of your favourite shiplo girls or not. Then we've got Yui Kotagawa, arranged uniform version on 7th by QSQ, 18,510 yen, May 2026. Obviously, I do like how tight the top is around the chest area, and the very short skirt is very nice. The fact that she's jumping up as well makes it a bit more risky. I don't think they give you a shot of under her to see her underwear. Oh, there is a little bit there with some cheeks. Yeah, very nice looking delivery figure. I do like the hair shading in this one as well, by QSQ. So I think not too bad overall. There was quite a few Two Lovely figures out anyways because it's a very long running anime, or very old anime. Well, not very old, but it's an older anime. Azure Lane Kashino, fresh and sweet version, quarter scale by Alphamax, 38,410 yen, July 2026. One of my favourite skins from Azure Lane. So I think if you've got the skin, this one will probably be worth getting hold of. There's also Mythos have done a quarter scale though. Very similar sort of outfit as well, I think, with that one, with the cow print. So depending on which one, that one's laying down. This one is obviously where she's actually sitting on her knees, so it'll take up less shelf space compared to the Mythos one. But this one is more expensive than the Mythos one. So maybe the detailing, I think, the shininess on this one's probably a bit better, but Mythos is a very good manufacturer, and that one you can get, I think, still available at a discount as well. The Mythos quarter scale of Kashino. So maybe get that one if you're trying to save yourself a bit of money. Then we've got Fire Emblem Three Houses Hilda 1/7 by Intelligent Systems. I know this manufacturer. I've heard of them, but I don't own any of their figures. 29,700 yen, September 2026. Yeah, I like the weapon sculpting. Dress is very nice. I think everything's just very nice overall. Nothing majorly wrong with this one. And a good amount of shading. I think overall, very clean figure by this manufacturer. Maybe a bit on the more upside, but I think Fire Emblem, they are either you don't get tons of figures from them anyways, so it's very much more of a it's a niche JRPG game. Killer Kill Ryoko Mato transformation version by Good Smile Art Shanghai, 14,900 yen. August 2026. I think this one is a re-release, if I remember correctly. I think that a lot of people will probably be pre-ordering this because Killer Kill's obviously iconic anime series, and all the figures that I've seen of her being released have sold out really quickly, anyways. And then they've gone up in the aftermarket. Generally, most of the time they have. Don't know every single one, but I think this one's worth getting a hold of, anyways. Especially if you're a Killer Kill fan. Just very good, iconic scene as well. From the anime, so I think very worth getting hold of. And 15,000 yen is actually not a bad price, and you've got a year, so yeah, I think very good price overall. TV anime, My Dress Up Darling, Marin Kitagawa, swimsuit version on 7th by Good Smile Company, 13,900 yen, September 2026. I think this one is also a re-release, if I remember correctly. So this one is a good price, 14,000 yen. It's Marin Kitagawa in the swimsuit from season 1. So iconic outfit. So probably worth getting involved with. Maybe the one I'm thinking of is from Aniplex, actually. That they've done her in the swimsuit, and that one would have been more expensive. So there is a previous version of her in this outfit anyway, so you can go and hunt on the pre-owned for this if you're trying to find her, without having to wait till September next year. And we've got Konosuba God's Blessing. Union, negligee version by Katakawa, 11,880 yen. Non-scale, if I remember correctly, does not give me a scale. 11.5 or 15.5 centimeters. Probably 1/7, maybe 1/8. Probably 1/8 with it being Katakawa. It's Katakawa's size line, so I think that is 1/8. So yeah, simple design, simple figure. So the Katie Cole lines sort of their budget between prize figure and actual full-on scale figure quality. So it's their mid-range kind of scale figures, I guess you could say, but they're non-scale because they don't give a scale. Yeah, and they don't put tons of effort into the paintwork, so it's very simple, plain-looking figure. Nothing above and beyond what you'd expect. And then we've also got Megumin as well, in a cute, like, maid corset outfit. Well, this is supposed to be a negligee. Nope, cat girl maid version. Okay, I was correct. Cat girl maid version. Yep, looks very cute. Again, I do like this lineup from Kadokawa, especially if you're on a budget. And then you can get these figures as well if you don't want to go for the full scale and spend over 20,000 yen per figure. Blue Archive Shuriko Terror 1/7 by Good Smile Company, 23,800 yen, September 2026. The dress on this one caught me, and the hair flow. Very nice detail and structure as well on the figure. So I do like this a lot. The crystal base is a nice touch as well for framing, especially if you had a light, I think, underneath there. So put it on a acrylic riser and then have an LED light shining through that, I think would be a nice touch. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Again, I really like that shattering glass or crystal structure effect going on. And that hair is very nice. You're not going to notice all that detail, so that's the only thing you have to take into account. Unless if you have her on a rotating, Lazy Susan, automated Lazy Susan, in your display case, then you're not going to notice that sort of thing. Then we go to Calf Stella and the Reaper's Butterfly, Natsumi Shiki China Dress Chinese Clothes version, 1 and 3.5 scale, by Alice Glint, 34,650 yen, April 2026. So this is a semi-cast off figure where you can change her where she's got an exposed top where she's showing her. So that they've done this before with Alice Glint with their previous one. So she's about 30 centimeters in this position. 1 3.5 scale is very unique. You don't see that often. And here we go where she's actually got obviously her bra out as well that you can see. So I do quite like this figure. It's a very odd scale, single shipment as well. Can't combine with anything else. Their previous one that Alice Glint did, which was like last year sometime, I think some people did get, but I think it did go on sale afterwards for quite a good discount. So maybe hold off on getting this one personally, and then you might be able to nab a slightly larger than quarter scale figure for a good price. Then we've got Lucaria Persona 5 Royal Kasumi Yoshikawa by Mega House, 19,800 yen, February 2026. She looks perfectly fine, Persona 5 figure. I do like the styling as well. I've not played Persona 5, so I don't know this character personally. But yeah, she looks really good. Overall, not too much shading. I think the whole black outfit means your lighting, you're going to have to do some effort on your lighting, I think, if you want to actually elevate this figure a lot. But yeah, I think it's an iconic figure that a lot of people will probably be getting anyways. Since his Persona 5 is a very big game anyways, to a lot of people play it, especially if you're into JRPGs. Roxy 1/7 by Mega House, 26,950 yen, March 2026. I really like the pose, very dynamic. Obviously she's exposed, she's being pushed up by some sort of water, miscast of a water spell. Love the hair sculpting. This is definitely one of the better Roxy figures as well out there, with a lot more going on for the figure to display. Like the base elevates this figure a lot. She's not just standing on a bog standard plastic base. The outfit's still there. Obviously, I like the posing. They've done very nice detailing on the foot and the toes, if you're into that sort of thing. Hair shading's very nice. I love the facial expression. And the staff's obviously a very nice touch as well. You don't always get the staff with the Roxy figures. There's a couple of them that don't include the staff, which I think is part of her anyways. So I think definitely having that included is a very nice touch. And I think 27,000 yen is actually a really good price for this figure. I'm very tempted to pre-order this myself. Then we've got 45th anniversary Hatsune Miku X-Wing Gundam Zero complete figure for 27,500 yen, June 2026. very nice, elegant Hatsune Miku figure. Love the hair and twin tails, as I think is said in almost every single Hatsune Miku figure that I've looked at, anyways. The angelic, like Gundam themed wings are very nice with this pedal, like white flower petals. Might be a bit on the weaker side with the petals down here. The feathers are a nice touch, but I think this sort of like 4 petal base is a bit weak. There's not really any detailing on them to show that they're petals or anything like that, or feathers or anything. The violin's quite a good touch, but it's all white. There's like no shading, really barely any shading there. So that might be a bit off there, but I think it's to just go with the whole clean, angelic theme as well. And your obviously the military garb outfit is very nice, and yeah, obviously just that white to deep, good deep ocean blue hair shading is very nice. I think that might actually be the main centerpiece though. So whether spending 27,000 yen on her for mainly the hair, and I guess this cosmic effect on the inside of this on these 2 cloak petals. The wings is not insanely detailed or shaded, so that's kind of here or there. So I think that's the only thing, is like they've really concentrated on 3 aspects of the figure. Obviously the jacket or the outfit, the hair, and this inside of the cloak. Apart from that, the rest of it's just white. That's it. Then we go to my dress up her darling Marin Kitagawa Halloween bunny version, non-scale, but Aniplex, 4,800 yen. So she is 23.5 centimeters in height, which is actually not too bad for a non-scale. 23.5 centimeters is about a 1/7 scale ish in height, standing like this. And she's got actual tights by the looks of it as well. So I think if you want to get her bunny suit, although I think we're going to see a lot of her bunny suits since we've seen, if you've watched season 2, you'll know, coming out anyways. So if you do want just a really nice scale figure, but you don't have a lot of money, you can get this. 4,900 yen, at least recreate the figure, her from the scene. In well, she's obviously not in a cosplay. She's just got an outfit, a bunny suit outfit on, which is really cute. But if you want her in a cosplay, actually, then there'll be other manufacturers that'll be releasing that in the next year or so, I reckon. So definitely, I think hold off for that, because that'll be really good. Hopefully, Freeing do one, or Binding. It'll be Freeing, not Binding. Then we get into the adult section. So again, these will not be linked below. Bodystine Fantasy Lady Holsteiner version. 1/6 by Pink Cat, 29,800 yen, December 2025. It's the end of the year. Again, I really love these cowl print themed girls. I'm going to be getting like a cowl themed print shelf soon, I think, by the end of the year. I do like the proportions as well. Obviously, very big in the chest area, very big arse area as well. I really like the outfit design. Obviously, the cow horns and ears are a nice touch. Like the hair, yeah, just like the figure a lot. Yeah, and is fully cast off as well. 30,000 yen. And by Pink Cat, I don't have any Pink Cat figures, so I can't attest to their quality. This one might be one I'll keep an eye on, potentially nab after release if she goes on a bit of a discount. And then we've got a pretty basic figure, unfortunately. Night Dress Kujo Chigusa for 1/6 scale by Pure, 19,800 yen, April 2026. So body sculpt on this one is really nice. I can give them that. But it's a gold outfit with gold shoes, which are obviously gold is one of the easiest things to paint generally. If you just use a plain metallic gold paint. So that doesn't. There's no extra like detail effort there. They've just got cheaped out on gold. The wine glass is probably, or the champagne glass is probably a nice touch. And there's a decent amount of hair shading. And I guess you could say her head. Obviously, the toy is a nice touch. Personally, but I think apart from it just being a naughty figure, it's just very simple. Unfortunately, with the outfit, body sculpt is very nice. I'll admit that. But the outfit, I think, is just too cheap. I think you would be forced to have her cast off, really, because you wouldn't want that outfit on there. I don't like the gold outfit on. But yeah, her fully cast off, yeah, definitely. I'll display her fully cast off. Whether she's worth that for just fully cast off, I don't know. Personally, I would. Well, that body like that back sculpting is very nice, extremely nicely detailed. I don't know. I would probably have to bookmark this and see she goes on a discount once she's released. Then I might nab her. Rika Sumeragi 1/6 by Pure, 24,250 yen, June 2026. So the Professor from the certain H series, from Saika Jogakuin. Very nice, well, very good series if you're into being a degenerate like I am. Yeah, I think a lot. Hopefully we see more figures of her, especially her in a professor or headmistress outfit. But yeah, this is very nice. Obviously, well endowed in the chest area, not cast off anywhere else, unfortunately. So she's just sitting like that, and obviously you can get the whole full setup if you want to get all 4 of them, which I will be. So hopefully they sell this sofa couch as an additional option, because I'll have to buy that as well. So I'll be getting all 4 of them and the couch if I can get that, and then having them on display. So it'll be really good. So yeah, looks perfectly fine. I just, because of the source material, I'm kind of auto buying this one, and because of the degen I am. I don't know. I can't attest to the quality of it. I will do when I do a video of her when I get her in. Binding Creator's Opinion, Kaori Kuromizawa bunny version, 1/4 scale, 44,000 yen, typical bunny figure, January 2026. Sort of office suit style attire, I guess. Obviously hiding a bunny suit under her office suit. So yeah, quite nice looking figure. I think overall fully cast offable. I do like the pose. Hair shading looks really good. I think it's a very nice, just 1/4 scale figure, especially if you're into that office aesthetic, or naughty office aesthetic. Yeah, I do like this quite a lot. Whether I'd get this one, I don't know. Personally, I would be very tempted to. I'll have to see how January is for me in terms of my pre-orders. Then we've got a Black and Done illustrated by Dish 1/7. Manufacture leisurely, 19,940 yen, May 2026. Very, not too bad. I think the too glossy on the outfit. I do like the stockings. I do kind of like the shading on the face. It's very like bronze-esque in terms of, I think, the color palette of her hair. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just very bronze. It's not your traditional like just dark skin like Dark Elves or anything like that, where they're actually like a brown. This one's actually more of a metallic bronze, I think, personally, at least in my eyes. These robes are actual fabric. I don't think I'll ever put these on. Personally, they're just draping over it. I think they'll just cause too much paint transfer or whatnot. And then she is fully cast off, so you can have a display like this in her lingerie. I quite like this version actually, to have her just fully cast off. But yeah, I do like the skin tone. I like the stockings. I think her non-outfit is just too glossy. So I think if they just sold her without all the extra bits and bring the price down a bit, then I probably would buy her. But obviously they have to allow you to display her as a SF safe for work version, and if you wanted to, unfortunately. Then we go to just another bog standard figure, Makoto Miyamoto 1/6 by Elf Beach, another new manufacturer I've not heard of. 23,760 yen, April 2026. Bog standard swimsuit figure for 24,000 yen. Not as good as the other one, which had a really nice body sculpt, as this one. This one's cheaper, the night dress, and the body sculpt's really nice compared to this one, which is like 4,000 yen more. And again, is a very simple figure. Is fully cast off if you want to have it fully cast off, but it's just a swimsuit figure at the end of the day. And then we've got Yoichi Chitomi swimsuit version, 1/6 scale by Vivify, 22,520 yen, July 2026. This one, it's not something I will be getting. This is the special edition version. This was in the normal weekly roundup. I didn't cover it because I knew there was an adult figures section one. So there's a non-cast off version if you want that one, which is a little bit cheaper. But this one is obviously cast off, very lolly-esque kind of girl. Or is she a girl? Because you can have a bulge if you want. So personal taste, if you want to display either of those options, obviously kind of gender neutral. I don't think I'll be getting this figure. I can see there'll be collectors out there that would do. This is just the sort of thing I don't go for personally. Apart from that, paint job and everything's nice. The jacket's a nice touch. Hair shading's really good. I think on this figure, it's just the options. Obviously, I would never display her with the options anyways, and I would treat her as a she to personally honest. But yeah, because it has that option, I've kind of just binned it out of my foresight for getting into my figures collection. That's it for this week. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in another video. Thanks. Bye.